I say, I always stand up to every challenge. So I was shattered. I ran that much.
Did you?
I did. I know.
Let's have a look at what you got up to.
God. Now today marks the day that a sport has been brought back to the North East for the first time in over 50 years, and that is handicap sprint, a sport that actually was the most popular here in the North East, but due to legalised betting and greyhound racing, it was dying a death. But now it's back, and it's back with a force, so I'm going to go and meet the man behind it all. Yeah, so I'm joined by the man behind all of the action today, and that is Liam Collins. Now, Liam, tell me about the event today and what's taking place.
Well, we've got what's called the Tynedale Treat, and the importance of today for us and for the North East is that this is the first time handicapped sprinting has returned to the North East. And by handicapped, what I mean is that the distances of it's a sprint race. For example, we've got the 100 metres coming up next with the fastest athletes running at the back and the slower or the less able athletes running at the front, and everyone has the same chance of winning. And we've got our own in-house handicapper who's done all the logarithms, and he's a bit of a Rain Man when it comes to calculations, and his job is to get everyone over the finish line together, which makes it exciting for the people, exciting for the competitors, but most importantly, it means literally anyone can compete in athletics, because I've competed as an athlete for years, and it's always pretty predictable. You know who's going to win. It's very formulaic, and you'd never get the likes of my brothers who are not athletes. You'd never get them competing in an athletics meeting, right? But because they've got a chance of winning, because one's off 15 metres, one's off 17, we've got Heidi Carson, the Northern champion, running off the back. Everyone's got the chance of winning. Yeah, I noticed one of the heats earlier, I think maybe one of your brothers was in it, and a 9-year-old girl as well. And a 61-year-old man. Yeah.
The range couldn't be more diverse.
Exactly, and we've also got a T39 Paralympian, we've got a T49 Paralympian, we've got able-bodied and disabled athletes competing together, we've got old veterans with young up-and-coming athletes, and everyone is against each other for the same prize, for the same titles, and that's a great thing because you never see that in sport.
Yeah, how amazing. Now, why you then? Why have you brought this back? Why was it on your shoulders?
Well, actually, I've been training under the coaching of a guy called Eric Swan, as well as coaching him as well. This is Eric here.
Step in, Eric. Do join us.
Join me here for the microphone there, Eric. There we are.
So now, you're mentioning, obviously, all these different athletes that you've got here, but I think you're being quite modest because you've got some records under your belt as well. World records, British champion, Scottish national champion. I mean, have you always been into athletics? I googled you. Yes.
Oh, okay. I have always been in athletics. I retired in about 2006 with injuries, and I've been saying to people today, I wish someone had told me back then that I would be peaking in my career at 38, 39, because I would definitely not have retired. I presumed I was 27, 28, had Achilles problems. Surely that's the end of it. And being around older athletes like Eric and like older people and even 60, 70, 80-year-olds, you realise that there's so much fun to be had in the sport and so many great people.
As you have already said, Liam, it gives everybody a chance of winning a race.
Yeah.
And if I run against, for example, Usain Bolt, 10 times out of 10, Usain Bolt's going to beat me. Whereas if Usain Bolt ran on a handicap,
and you had the right mark,
and I had the right mark,
you could beat him.
I could potentially beat Usain Bolt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So it gives everybody a fair chance of winning a handicap race,
and not just of winning, but of winning prize money. Medals, trophies,
sponsored chocolate. I see chocolate on the table.
Yeah, and they wouldn't be able to win that at any other amateur meeting.
Correct.
If possibly they were running scratch.
Which scratch meaning off the back level.
Right.
Yeah. So it's the same as greyhound racing. Just the same. Yeah. Although we run on two legs, that's the only difference.
There we go. Well, good luck with your race later on in the day, and I think that's what's so good about it. Everyone gets the chance, but it is a great social aspect as well. Everyone's here having fun.
That's right.
Athletes are getting ready, so I'll let you get ready.
Thank you very much.
As you're hosting this fabulous event, and we're going to have front row seats for some of the races coming up.
All right. Thank you.
I am joined by one of the stars of the races today. That's Heidi Carson. Now, Heidi, you've just raced in one of the heats there, and that was so close. I thought you were going to win that one. Really close. Are you enjoying today?
Yeah.
Yeah? And how long have you been running for?
A couple of months.
Only a couple of months, but you look like a professional. And what, have you won anything so far yet?
I've won win 2 gold medals.
No way. 2 gold medals. Are they proud to place in your house at home? Are they? Now, what else have you got coming up? Have you got any more races lined up?
I've got a relay
Have you? When's that taking place?
today.
Oh, fantastic. Now, I've been watching you, and in a race earlier on today, there was you plus a 30-year-old and a 62-year-old or something, and you're only 9. I mean, how does it feel to be racing, you know, adults and people that are so much older than you? Is it
Quite nervous.
Yeah?
I feel quite nervous.
But is it good when you get the adrenaline pumping and you cross the finish line? Excellent. Now, I'm going to let you go back and stretch out your calf muscles because you've got another race coming up, and good luck. Give me a high five. Yeah.
Thank you.
Now, I've just grabbed Daniel Main and one of the champions from these races today, and you're a little bit out of breath because I've literally grabbed you as you crossed the finish line. Now, just explain to me the race that you've just completed in, or the heat that you've just ran there.
Yeah, it was 100 metres.
And the 100 metres. Now, how did it go, and how's it been going for you so far today?
Yeah, it's been going great. Yeah, the weather's been perfect, no wind. You know what, like yeah, yeah, it's been fantastic. Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about these sort of events? Are they accessible, and do you compete often? How does it fall for you?
Yeah, it's great. I've done all the indoor ones, all the indoor all-stuff foot races in the winter. And this is the first outdoor one, my first outdoor one of the season. So I want to do a lot more and obviously improve on my times. It's been a long time since being back, and it's great to have it back. And these events are fantastic, and it's more people like more chance of us like me, gives us a chance to win. Because like handicap, and it's just it's fantastic. It's like obviously young as well. It's great for them, and people a bit older than me. It's fantastic.
And obviously, as you say, yourself being handicapped, competing in a race that, I mean, that was a close finish, really close, and other girls who are only 9 years old competing with guys who are 40-year-old athletes. It gives everyone a chance. Is that something that you obviously root for as well?
It is, yes. Yeah, it is. Always it's fantastic, because obviously you got a chance to win as well. Obviously the handicap start is fantastic,
And now, am I going to be seeing you with a medal later on today?
I like that, yes. It'd be very nice if I did.
Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Well, there we have it, the All-Star Foot Racing. Now, races are still going on behind me, so well done to everyone that's took part today. It's such a worthy cause and such an accessible event as well for people of all ages and abilities to get involved with. So if you fancy getting involved with the next event and races that are coming up, check out their website. That's on the bottom of the screen.
I thought you said you did running.
Oh, I forgot my shoes, didn't I? I did, yes. But no, it was all about the people that were there, and so I obviously got to chat to all of them. And that lassie that I was speaking, 9 years old,
Fantastic.
She ran in the same race as what? A really fit 35-year-old bloke, and they were neck to neck as they crossed the finish line. No, I was not checking out the 35-year-old bloke before he starts.
35-year-old bloke, yeah. Some things never change.
Physically.
Join us after the break, folks.